Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about a story where a teacher catches his class cheating, and then a bunch of the educators get mad about it. People are like, what's happening to the new generation? Just a bunch of dishonest cheaters. And honestly, I went ahead and read a couple of articles and what they've actually said, and I feel like it's really not a fair assessment at all. So obviously you guys know that with the introduction of like remote learning, right, and Zoom classes, there's been like Zoom exams as well, stuff like that. Essentially, the exam is taken where you're just sitting at home and there's like this invigilator just kind of looking at your camera, essentially. But then that's really not enough to stop kids from cheating, because cheating is just 10 times easier now. You open a new tab, Google the answer, text your friend under the table, discuss your answers, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And, some schools have tried like different measures to prevent this type of cheating, like, obviously invigilators, they'll see where your eyes are going or whatever. Sometimes they have different ordering of questions, the exam is at different times, stuff like that. Now, a lot of people are saying that, oh, the kids are bad, right? I can't believe they're doing this, but I beg to differ, to be honest. I really don't have any problem with the people doing this, because, to be honest, if the system is that broken, why not exploit it, right? It's literally a free card. Like, if you can get away with it, I mean, it's just stupid not to cheat, If you know that the rest 40 of the people in class are going to be using google.com, Googling each answer, I mean, you're just putting yourself behind by not doing the same, right? Sure, you can stick to your little moral compass, but it's really not going to get you far in the real world, Also, that compass is based on the fact that it's a perfect world, and the test is perfect as well, and the kids taking it are perfect as well. So there's a bunch of other factors that people really don't consider. First off, the exams themselves are garbage, right? School basically teaches you how to take tests, right? The entire semester, you're learning how to prepare for the goddamn final exam, right? Not how to learn the material at all, because most of the stuff isn't remotely useful anyways. I remember one of my classes I took, on the very first day, they gave us previous year exam papers, and I'm like, Are you kidding me? And they're like, literally just memorize this. You have 6 months to completely memorize these past 5-year exams and you'll get a perfect grade. What the heck is the point of the goddamn class if I can just look at the previous year papers and memorize it and then I get a full grade? That's so stupid. I'm literally learning nothing. The entire semester is spent on learning how to ace that goddamn exam. Now, some people always argue that, I learned some useful stuff from school. I don't care if it's some useful stuff. Every single thing you're learning better be useful, okay? Because the amount you're paying for it, literally some students going into debt for it with student loans and stuff, is just a subpar education right now, okay? I'll tell you who's actually getting cheated. It's not the examiners, it's not other students, it's the student body as a whole, okay? The students are getting cheated out of a good education, because the tests are pretty much just BS memory exams. And if you're not going to respect me enough to actually design a good curriculum and, give me a good education, I'm not going to respect you either. I'm just going to cheat, Literally, the people complaining about this are so stupid, because it's pretty much your fault that you can't catch the cheaters, right? Because honestly, you should implement a system so that they shouldn't be able to cheat by leaving the door open that it's possible to cheat. Like don't put questions in the test that they can Google online. That's literally your fault. If the kids literally just copy paste a question and there's an answer on Google, whose fault is it? Is it the smart kid who used his 2 brain cells to figure that out and get the correct answer for the exam? Or is it you, It's literally the teacher's fault for setting such an absolutely lazy test copied off google.com, Like they're sitting on their high horse and they're relying on the goodwill of 500 kids, bro. It's not gonna work. Like, now people say that cheating is morally wrong, right? And this is just not a correct argument at all, because it would only be correct if you had a perfect education, a good school, a good college, and you're learning things that are worth learning, right? If the kids don't want to be in school anyways, the kids are aware that other people are cheating, and the kids literally have that in the back of their mind that, okay, this is completely useless stuff. I just need to get past this exam, and the entire reason I'm in the semester is to literally pass the exam and not to learn anything, then whose fault is that? If the system is complete garbage, I'm not gonna sit here and respect it, okay? You don't respect me with the BS education you're giving me, why should I respect you? you, okay? That's pretty much the attitude that most people have. So pretty much this kind of went viral on Twitter. There's this one particular article about it. This person says, students are putting up their classwork for auction. Millions more are paying to get schoolwork questions answered. And others are using strangers to take entire online classes. It's the new generation of cheaters. So yeah, obviously this person's really smug, sitting on their high horse like, oh yeah, look at these disgusting cheaters. But honestly, I feel like these article writers are just complete, like, out of touch older generations, and they're like, it's modern day schooling is completely different, okay? It's completely catered towards these standardized tests and this mindless memorizing, okay? It is definitely not towards practical skills or lessons, because, you know, if BS is being thrown at you, who cares if the students cheat at that? Let's take one of the biggest exams that everybody has to take, the goddamn SAT, you know? I remember preparing for that goddamn exam. It had nothing to do with my actual skill. It was just, you had to take the test a million times, like mock tests, right? And you had to perfect the art of taking it, like perfect reading the stuff faster, skimming through this information and all this garbage. You had to memorize how to take the goddamn exam. You were preparing how to take the exam. It was so stupid. Nobody cares about this stupid English material. It was so incredibly dumb. I hated it, man. I feel, and that's still pretty much one of the major exams. And I feel really bad for students who get judged based on their score on that, you know? Like, I genuinely just don't get how you get to complain when school just teaches kids how to take tests, right? That's the whole problem. So pretty much one of the articles was highlighting the fact that kids are using, like, more innovative ways to cheat. Among the students busted in the cheating epidemic, one suspected using a drone's camera to take images of a test to share, and a female student who sneezed and disappeared from view to suddenly be replaced by a male wearing a blonde wig. You know, this really speaks more on the exam itself, the fact that kids feel the need to do this, to go through such extreme lengths just to get a good grade on this exam. I genuinely just don't blame the kids. I blame the education system, you know? Pretty much people have made like a career out of this, right? You know, $2,000 and I'll do their homework for the rest of the semester, you know? It's just really weird. Some people are literally filling in for the other person and taking the exam for them. I mean, if another person can sit there and take the exam, that is just an atrocious security flaw, because even in my school, I remember, like, they would at least take your goddamn identity. Like, they would make sure you're the one sitting there for the goddamn exam. I mean, honestly, were people actually surprised that with the introduction of remote learning that, you know, cheating will be like tenfold? You're literally giving them an easy out, and teachers are so incredibly lazy to not even think of innovative questions or redesign the whole system. Like, I'm pretty sure you can take a goddamn online test without allowing the students to cheat, okay? You just make it super easy for them. So here's the story about the teacher concerned about his North Carolina State University students cheating in a statistics class. Tyler Johnson launched a plan. For the final exam, Mr. Johnson, a course coordinator, said he used a computer program that generated a unique set of questions for each student. These questions quickly showed up on a for-profit homework website that helped him identify who posted them. About 200 students were caught cheating, 1/4 of the class. Overall, cases of academic dishonesty more than doubled in the 2019-2020 academic year at NC State, with the biggest uptick as students made the transition to online learning, according to the school. Yeah, you're really gonna sit here and blame the students when 200 of them are cheating? I mean, if there's one guy cheating among 1,000, sure, you can blame the student for being dishonest. But if these many students are literally cheating, it's literally a problem with the system and the fact that you actually suck at your job. Educators say that stress and pressure, both significant effects of the pandemic, are a big reason why students cheat. Especially in a time of stress, they make poor choices. How is cheating a poor choice when it's gonna get you a good grade and literally get you through the class? Now, if you're gonna cheat and get caught, obviously that's a poor choice. But if you don't get caught, it's definitely not a poor choice, bro. This is pretty much the best choice you have. Now, once again, this is going with the majority assumption that school doesn't actually teach you anything useful. If they're teaching you something useful, then cheating past the test would forfeit your learning of that. Except you're not learning anything useful, therefore you're not forfeiting anything. Eric Johnson, an 18-year-old freshman at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, who isn't related frustrated Mr. Johnson says he knows students who have used homework help sites for studying and for cheating. He said he hasn't cheated himself. Okay, Eric Johnson, age 18. Also, I feel like you're lying if you haven't looked up your homework on the web at least once, which would be considered cheating, by the way. Essentially, everybody's cheated in some way, shape, or form, okay? He said students, including himself, are frustrated with virtual learning because there's less interaction with instructors and it's not as structured. I haven't struggled this way with learning material ever, he said. It's just really difficult to learn and retain the information just exclusively at your own pace. I mean, I agree, it's really become a big hurdle for students. I really pity if you're growing up in the pandemic and, taking tests during this time. I just made this video to make it clear that the blame shouldn't be placed on the students who are using, the tools they have in innovative ways to literally get past this one obstacle they have, right? Life is all about problem solving. And when so many kids are doing it, it's clearly the system that's the problem, The moral compass only works in a world with a good education, okay? If it doesn't have that, I'm not abiding by it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what you guys think about all this. Is cheating just wrong no matter what you do? 99% of the class is cheating. You shall not cheat because you are a good guy. You're just an idiot at that point. That's just my opinion. You can differ if you want, but that's just me. Anyways, as I said, the only people getting cheated are the students out of an education, okay? First, you freaking put them in debt, and then literally give them just garbage education, and then it's 10 years to pay it off anyways. So bad. I hate the school system. Okay, that's about it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to smash the like button if you did, subscribe for new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.